All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Giants. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
X3, 218, chopper.
Here we go. Motion.
On the ball.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Slam. Under 10.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Right there in the middle, 55.
Looking to throw on second down. Blackman. He sets to fire deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Complete to number 81. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Round 80.
On play action, Allen. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately.
There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On second down, Swift, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Check, check. No.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
That one goes for 30 yards.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he's forced out right, and that's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Off the play fake. Blackman. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Ready. Mark 55. Oh, you got deep? He's coming over. You got double up. Check. Lucky.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. On now is the field goal team. Here's the Raiders. We'll try for 3. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points.
Now a hit and a loose football.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Here's Allen. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Allen. And he rifles one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now they try the right side here. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Check 50, check 50. Kill, kill, kill.
He may try and run for this. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Check 53's Mike. Check 53's Mike. Hey, they scared. They scared. Check 9, check 9.
And he'll give it here to his running back. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards and a Giant first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Right back to him on first down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. Buying time to his left. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Giants on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And it's 21-3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum.
52 to Mike, boy, 52.
To throw on 2nd down, Blackman. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Mike 55 to go.
Throwing again. Blackman. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
52 to Mike. Let's go.
Throwing on 1st down. Blackman. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Fleming. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 18-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I got you, boy.
Off play action. Blackman eluding the pressure right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Blackman. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the 1st down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
On 4th down, Blackman. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
52, round 80. Kill.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Allen now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's got his big tight end, Fant. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Allen again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Giants on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. This is 3rd and 7. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Mike, 53, Mike. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point. Around the NFL, second quarter in Santa Clara. And the 49ers have scored again, really extending that lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smarter approach.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake. Blackman. He's got Givens. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. You go tight. You got tight.
On 1st and 10, Blackman. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
It's now 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
To throw again, Blackman. He's going to air one out. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something.
And he's into the clear. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Back to the air on 2nd down. Blackman, he's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
55 my guy, 55. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Off play action. Blackman. And that is incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
by the time we have to leave
the booth.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Alert 3.
Topper!
Monday. Dash, go now.
Hey, Echo!
Throwing now is Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Byrne. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's bring it. Me, I got it. I got motion there. Me, I got this.
A give, the 1st man through, Gillespie of the fullback. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Ready?
And now they'll throw with Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. 35 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence.
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Looking to throw on second down. Blackman. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it first and 10 now out past the 20.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here. Mike 52. Man out, man. Please.
Operating from the gun. Blackman. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Aaron Donald getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon.
It's second down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Looking to throw. Blackman. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Mike 52. Cut. Tight dog.
On third down, here comes Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Blackman. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Throwing again on second and 10. Blackman flushed out right. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Three bud.
Mike 50, 52.
Rip left.
Check 43.
On third down, Blackman being chased out left. And this is going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. On fourth down, Blackman. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 48, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bird. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Giants on third down. They've been automatic. How about 8 for 8 in the game thus far? This is 3rd and 7. Now Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. That'll go down as just a 20-yard punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Blackman. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Blackman. And his throw is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic.
Looking to throw. Blackman. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 41. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Oh, the Raiders have it. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 40, 20, 10, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Blackman. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
I got him, man. I got him. He's mine.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. And the Giants send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. On the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth now in Carson. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And an alley to run. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game's slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit this stage of the game's second half, no quitting here.
0.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. To throw on second down, Blackman. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. Because if you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently, since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
Check 53. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
Today's final score,
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.